What's up?
We
How
died.
you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good, good. Welcome back. I am Taja Brown, signing for Taja.
I'm Tori. Tori.
Okay. And welcome to Pink Tax Chat, where we talk
Uh,
about everything. We talk about
everything.
finances, relationships, and anything from A to Z, everything in between from a deaf woman's perspective. So, what are we talking about today, girl?
Ooh. Today is honestly like we've touched previously. We're in our 30s and things are changing. Times are changing, and how we approach things, how we handle things. It's gonna look a little bit different than it has looked in our 20s.
That's right.
Sure. So we'll talk about friendships and
Mm.
expiration dates. It's gonna be a little heavy, and let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's always gonna be authentic. It's always gonna be real. It's
Always.
gonna be raw. It's gonna be genuine, but it's our personal experiences, our perspective. So let's get into it. So,
Yeah, I don't filter anything that comes out of my mouth. Yes.
we should not have to. So first, I guess, what would you say, or how would you describe the word, the word friendship? Like, what does friendship mean to you?
For me, I feel like it's someone I can depend on.
Yeah.
Someone that's going to be there for my good days, for my bad days, for basically the good, bad, and the ugly. Now, before I dive into this, I will admit I have been living in
Of
someone's
course.
story. But
Yeah,
sure,
for sure.
I
And we all
would
have.
say, yeah, I would say I definitely have learned from my mistakes, my missteps,
Yeah.
my everything. There are friendships that I have lost on my,
Yeah.
and I wish
Same.
I took those friendships more seriously and not for granted.
Right.
Because now I look back and I'm like, damn, that person had my back. And I don't have that person in my life anymore. Or, yeah, I don't have that person in my life anymore. And it hurts
Yeah.
because I miss sharing the things that we talked about having, sharing our kids, sharing our wedding day. I'm single as fuck. But if I ever have a wedding day, that
Right.
person's supposed to be my bridesmaid, supposed to be right there.
Yeah.
So I definitely acknowledge when I was living in that story, and that definitely made an impact on my life and how moving forward I trash the wrong friendships in the wrong way when they
Should have been the opposite.
when
Yeah.
they were way past the expiration date, way past,
Yeah. Yeah.
way past. But like we've touched before, everything is a learning experience. I'm
That's
gonna
right.
learn as I go. I'm gonna make mistakes
That's
as
right.
I go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that for
Amen to that.
sure.
That's so true.
Facts. I'm
I
always gonna
mean,
preach facts.
that's right. And honestly, a lot of what you said resonated for me. I for sure 100% have been the bad guy, the villain in some of my friendships, relationships. Absolutely 100%. All of us have at one point or another, whether we acknowledge it or realize it or not. all of us has hurt someone, disappointed someone, damaged or caused some trauma. All of us are guilty of that.
Facts. I've done it.
Period. Been there,
Not
done
proud of
that.
it.
No, not at all. I'm not proud of it. And I wouldn't do it again. And I think that's the important thing. You realize, you learn, and you don't do it again. Okay? You know? So now I know better. Now I know how to be a better friend. Am I a perfect friend? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I think going back to how you define friendship, I think is important. Everyone defines friendship a little bit differently. We all want and crave different things. So I think it's important to find people who want the same things as you, that understands your vision for what friendship should look like, because sometimes we disappoint people or we don't show up how they want or expect us to, because that's not what we want or need. You know what I mean? And it kind of ties to love languages a little bit. And I wonder if there's a
For
thing
sure.
called friend, like friendship or friend languages. I wonder if that is a thing, like a concept. That the idea of all of us want love, but how we want it looks different. I feel the same concept could apply to friendship. All of us want friendship, but how we want it may look different, you know? And so I've had moments where I've built and created friendships with people, and my vision of what I wanted for that friendship and how I wanted to show up in that friendship didn't necessarily match their vision for the friendship and how they needed or expected me to show up in that friendship. And that caused tension and conflict. And sometimes it just faded out. So I think that's a very real thing that happens. Sometimes people are not on the same page when it comes to friendships either. And it's unfortunate, but it's real. It happens. I've been in situations like that. I've experienced it, and it sucks. It sucks so bad. Looking back, it's like we could have figured it out if we were both a little bit more mature and a little bit better at expressing our thoughts, our feelings, our needs at the time.
Instead
We
of causing
could
so
have,
much harm, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
we
But
could have probably
I
worked it out, you know?
would have,
We could have.
like, you know, I think there's some things that you just wish it didn't go the way it could. But when hurt hurts, that ugly
Yeah, yeah.
comes out, and it comes out not
Bad, bad,
bad,
bad. It comes out
bad.
bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've had friends who I was friends with for too long.
yeah.
And my grandma kind of always said something to me. She said, Tori, and like that clearly falls on for me because I always want to see the best in people. I think that's just me as a person. I want to see the best in people. So I've had friendships that last way too long. And I wish the best and all, just but you're not meant to be in my season anymore, in my chapters anymore. Like
Mm,
that chapter's closed. Love and
mm.
respect is there, but it's over there.
But
And I remember I saw this Instagram reels that was talking about love, but love and friendship goes hand in hand sometimes.
mm,
Not in a romantic way, but
right, of
the
course.
foundation. And some people you need to love from afar.
Or
Like I love you,
from
I
a
love
distance.
you. I gotta
Over
love you
there,
over there,
over there.
way over there.
Right.
I wish you the
The
best,
best.
but over there.
Right. Not here, not with me. We're not gonna go. You're gonna go, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go. And I'll look over. Good for you. I'm cheering for you. But I need you
I'm
to
gonna chill in
be
this space. You go over
over
there,
there.
but I'm rooting for you, like
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
If you go through something horrible, damn. But I can't have your back like I used to.
Yeah. I'm not gonna show up for you like that anymore. And I think people take it for granted oftentimes. And I think what we are kind of loosely touching on is also forgiveness, like forgiveness. Because when you talk about friendships or relationships in general and hurt, forgiveness is part of that. What you do with that hurt, what do you do with that? You know what I mean? And that loving from over there is a real thing. And I feel like being able to do that means you have to have forgiven at some point to still have that love there, but know the
Facts.
boundary, know that you can't like it's a fire, you can't touch it anymore. Like you're gonna get burned. You know what I mean? It's a real thing. It's a very real thing. And going back to friendship and what it means to me, I think a lot of it's same. Knowing that person has my back, knowing that person is there for me, that person genuinely supporting me, happy for me when I win, and like
Yeah.
crying with me like when I'm down. They get that and they're encouraging me to always be better. That person is real with me. They're not like, hiding their feelings, lying to me. Like they're straight up with me. I know if I ask you for your opinion or your advice, you're gonna be real with me. You're gonna tell me the truth, even if it hurts. Like, just a solid person that I know I can always like lean on. You know, I think friendship is so important. It's to me a human need. We all have like basic needs, housing, like shelter and food and water, and like companionship. Friendship is another thing that is so important for us. It's literally part of what we need to survive. Um, and so having friendships, healthy, emphasis on the healthy, because a lot of us have had, and on, if we're honest, still have some friendships that are not healthy. They're not genuine. They're not real. And some of them are just superficial, you know. But that's why I think it's important to kind of just touch on friendship itself, because as I've become older, I've realized that you have different kinds of friends, and everybody is not going to be that friend. What I mean by that friend, everyone is not your ride or die. Okay, everyone is not your like straight up real raw give it to you friend. They're not. Everyone is not your friend that is like got your back no matter what. Everyone is not that friend. Sometimes you have your workout friend, you have your work friends, you have your different compartments of where people can show up in at their capacity. And I think that sometimes you just need to recognize where someone's capacity is. You need to respect that. And you need to make a decision. Is that good for me or not? And then once you make that decision, either you continue or you don't. But you can't try to force people to like fit into this category of a friendship.
Or mold them the way
Right.
you want them to be.
Yeah.
Like I remember telling someone like, look, I'm not the friend you need or want.
Ooh,
I'm
that's a
sorry.
tough conversation. How'd that go?
Not great. It did not
Yeah,
go well.
I could
But
imagine.
I was honest because the more I tried to fit the image that person want, I didn't fit that image, and that's okay. Not everyone's meant to be in that season,
Right.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
And not everyone. I remember we had this conversation. Taja and I are actually friends, so we've had a conversation. But I
Right.
remember a conversation we had, and I want to share. I remember, like, we were on Instagram. I'm like, how do women have 18 bridesmaids? How?
Right.
I don't even like more than 8 people like that
Mm-mm.
to be standing there with friends and family.
And I
18.
wish, I
Two, I do.
wish, I do. I think it's beautiful,
I
but I
do
do
too.
question the validity of it, like the authenticity of that. Are you really friends with these people? And are they close, or are they more like, friend of a friend of a friend? Like, I'm just curious. I'm not saying it's not
What's the
real. I'm not
background of
saying it
that?
doesn't
Yeah.
happen. I'm just saying it hasn't happened for me. And I just wonder, you know what I'm saying?
I saw on, I think, Instagram, and it was a question thing, and it said, if my best friend arrived to my house before before me and my husband was there, should my friend go in or should she wait until
What you think? What you think? I
mm,
think that answer depends on what kind of friend you have. And if you have the kind of friend that you can't trust around your man, that speaks volumes. And if
I
you have the
feel
kind of friend that, like, you can't trust them just being in your house,
with your husband.
with, like, just being there, because, like, that scenario is like, it's loaded, because honestly, you can't, your husband, I'm questioning that too, because
Right,
why,
that checks.
you know what I mean?
But
But
the question says, can you trust your friend
friend,
for
right,
10 minutes in your house with your
if
husband?
you can't trust your friend around your man for 10 minutes, that is not a friend.
That
That is not a friend.
I feel like that question should not be a doubt in my mind. You know
Ever.
what I mean? Like my friend should be able to sit with my husband in the kitchen and have a glass of water and wait for me to get there. Why is that an issue?
Right.
Why is that an
Right.
issue?
Well, the issue is people are not real friends. The
That
issue is people are trash and can't be trusted, And it's not just
yeah.
about the friend. It's not just about the friend, because may I submit that the husband is a grown ass man. Okay?
And you should be
And
able to
there's
say
no
no.
reason why he because he is in a committed committed a marriage. Okay, he took vows. So even if your friend is trash like that, your husband should not. So it still shouldn't even be a concern, because even if your friend was that kind of person, you know your husband is not, and so it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like, period. It
like
just shouldn't be a concern, period, honestly. But
it
that's just
shouldn't
me.
be a thought that crosses my mind. I feel like I should be able to trust my man and my friend. Because my friend, I'm thinking, okay, by that point, by the time I finally get married, we've already been friends for 10 plus years. Well, we've already hit that mark. So 10 plus years, I should be able to trust you, my man, for 10 minutes. You should not be crossing a boundary. That shouldn't even be something we need to discuss.
No,
That should not even be
not at all.
something we need to
Not at
discuss.
all. Not at all. Not at all. So I feel like whoever created that, I mean, it sounds like maybe you're experiencing some stuff, or you have some questions. And I just
Yeah.
felt like reevaluate your friendships. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, I see all kinds of things. I seen another one on Instagram, I think, or some other social media, and it was talking about, okay, it's my birthday, and my friend shows up, and she looks like she outdressed me would you want her to change her clothes? I just feel like these things are trivial. And like it sounds like a lot of jealousy and distrust here in these friendships because why am I concerned about the next woman and what she looks like? Why do I want her to dim her light so mine can like shine more? It's giving jealous. It's giving
And I don't think you should
insecure.
feel that way about your friend.
You
I think
shouldn't.
like now that I've like hit 30s, I'm more firm on
I mean, but
like
as you should be.
I'm not gonna accept a friend talking to me that way. Like, excuse me.
I
Like I'm
mean,
gonna
but
read
like
it.
that's
You
big
get
for
what I mean?
you because I've known you for a long time and like that's something that you struggle with. So
It is.
for you to have finally found your voice and be able to stand firm and say, that's big. That's huge for you. And I'm proud of you for that. It's not easy to get to that point. You know, it takes some time and we all get there at different, I guess, stages in our life. But like, that's real. That's real.
Facts. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, I've accepted I've been the villain. I've accepted I'm not the perfect friend. I accept I still got a lot to learn. But the key thing is communication. The key thing is showing up. Like, for example, let's say I didn't hear from you for a few days. I'd be like, hey, you
Happens.
all right?
It
It happens, and
happens. It's
I don't
real.
trip. But
I'm
like,
that kind of friend. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
know that, but I know that, and I
Yeah.
don't take it personal. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you okay?
Yeah.
Who we fighting? Did somebody do something?
Yeah.
But you know, I gotta understand that sometimes your friends need space.
Hmm.
Space. That
Hmm.
could be space for a couple months. That could be
Ooh,
space
months
for a
is
few weeks.
ooh. But yeah, it's true. It happens.
Weeks.
It
You
happens.
know. I mean, it
We
looks different
adults.
for everyone. It
Right.
looks different for everyone. It looks
I
different.
mean, we are adults, and I know like when you're younger, especially if you're like in like a college setting, you're
Yes.
around each other all the time. You
Woo.
live on campus, you like, oh,
We're
it's
like
every
glue.
day, all night. You pull all-nighters with each other, you party with each other, you study together, you eat lunch together, like it's together, okay? But real life happens, right? You go your separate ways. You live in different states. Like, just like for transparency, I live in Kentucky and Tori's in California. Okay. We're on different time zones. All right.
Right.
Like, and that's interesting. We've had to navigate that. And that's interesting. But like you grow. I think over time you grow, you evolve, and you have to evolve. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the same person I was back in college. I'm not the same person I was last year. Okay? Like
Right.
we exactly. And I think that's important to always keep in mind. Like your friends change just like you. You change. And relationships in general, friendships, whatever, you have to make a decision to evolve together, right? And if your evolution is like completely like, then maybe it's time to step away, and that's
And
fine.
that's okay.
That's fine. You
That's
have to get to
okay.
that point, I think, where you become an adult and mature about things and you say, we're growing apart. We're not going in the same direction. We're not going up together. And so maybe this doesn't make sense anymore. Maybe we outgrew each other. Happens. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like in our friendship, you literally,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's like actual like footage of friendship. Like,
It
but for real,
happens.
it's true. It's real. Like we have like faded. We went our separate ways. We come back. We went our separate ways. We come back. We grew separately. We came back. Okay, this is different, but I can work with that. That's real stuff. And it happens. I think it's part of being a human being. It's part of the human experience. I fear a friend or a person that never changes. I fear that.
Like how do you stay the
The
same?
same. I know
How?
people who have, and it's scary, it's terrifying because it makes me look back and think, wow, I was once associated with that person. I was once, I guess, similar in my thinking, in my mindset at some time period in my life. And it's like, wow, you know what I mean? But thank God for growth. Thank God for change. Thank God for like evolution. Thank God for maturity. Um, I never want to stay the same. I never want that.
I think
Never
I
want
always
that.
call it for myself a growing pain. We
Yeah.
have growing pains. We're like, how do we navigate that? And some people join that with you, and some people don't. And I don't ever take it personal. I've had people who I've lost touch with reach out, hey,
Yeah.
how are you? And we'll just cute chat, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
fine.
don't I don't like,
But a
oh my
lot of
God,
yeah,
now you no.
yeah, yeah.
That's not me. That's never been me.
Oh, it used to be
But
me. Used to be me. I mean, it used to be me. I used to be the kind of person that's like, oh, we like keep that way. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And now yeah, I'm realizing maybe not, but also maybe so. Like some people, it's
Some people it
forever,
needs like Cardi B
forever, forever
forever.
with the A, forever. But
Don't come back.
don't. And
Exit stage left. Like just keep going. It's
right,
okay.
and that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. But I think knowing the difference, and I think with age comes wisdom, and with the
Mm,
wisdom comes discernment, the ability to figure out who should be here, who should not be here, who needs to stay, who needs to go, and who
mm.
can stay around but not be close. You know what I'm saying?
That
Because that's okay too. And
not everyone needs to be in the inner circle.
well, my circle, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sure I have a circle. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I personally am not sure. I think I got a line. I think I got like
Stop,
at a line. I don't know. It might be a triangle. I'm just
stop.
saying. Hey, we're talking about being transparent and
I
honest. I'm just
mean, like,
saying. I'm just saying.
we talked about this, and I said, if if ever, I mean, I'm not saying it's never gonna happen. I'm open.
Okay.
If I ever get,
Okay for open mindedness.
if I
Hey.
ever get, if I
Yeah.
ever get married or whatever one
Yeah.
day, I don't know how many bridesmaids I'm gonna have,
I'm lucky
but
about
I
this.
know that it's not gonna be 18.
Absolutely not.
It's not
Absolutely
gonna be
not.
18.
Absolutely not.
It's
Absolutely
not gonna
not.
be 18.
No.
No.
It's probably not gonna be 8. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably not gonna be 8. I don't know.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? One of my fears is that my groom has like, and he's like, "Where your first babe?" And I'm like,
Oh, like,
"Mm."
you know what? I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna have
be
to order
this
some.
community, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I think she might look good in a dress. Huh?
I might order some. You know what I mean? I might just like order some friends for the moment. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be
Hey,
like, you know what? I'm gonna go on my phone book and be like, that looks like a nice name. Let me call her.
And it's
Because you have 18 and I have 4, so let me get a few more.
We're gonna
Maybe
bring it down. We're gonna have to bring it down. We're gonna have to bring it down. Just a
I
tad.
mean, maybe I can borrow some of my sister's friends. I mean, I can ask her. I mean, maybe
I
you and
mean, I don't know how much I'm gonna help you out, girl. I don't know. But I'm
oh,
just saying that's real. I think the older I become, the more I realize that a lot of people that I thought were friends were not. They never really were. They weren't friends. Associates, sure. You know, people that I hung out with, that I partied with, that I spent a lot of time with. But was that substance? Was it depth? No, no.
I
Superficial.
look back
You
and
know, it wasn't a friendship. It wasn't. And that's okay too. But sometimes we're looking for friendships and then you wonder why you're not satisfied. Well, they didn't have it to give, you know?
yeah, and I mean, I look back and people who I thought were my friends are not, or I was not the same friend at the same frequency that they were. And
Yeah. Put that in the
okay,
back of the mind, right? Right.
but I learned and we live and we learn.
That's right.
And, you know, I'd rather live and learn than hold on to something that's no longer there. I
Serving.
mean,
Let go of the things that
serving
are serving you. So I feel
that.
like this is something that we'll continue to talk about because we haven't even had a chance to really even touch on expiration dates. How do you
Oh, yeah.
identify that? How do you know
That's just
when
another
a year,
layer.
Yeah. So I feel like this is going to be an ongoing topic conversation. This is not the end of this, but it is the end of this particular
Episode.
conversation. Yes, that's right. So, I would love to hear from you guys. I want to know,
Yeah,
what are your
here's
thoughts?
like
What are
add
your
it in the comments.
experiences, with friendships? Have you had good experiences? Maybe you had some not so great experiences. We want to know, how did you handle that? And what did that look like for you? I'm just
How
curious.
do you
And
wish you handled it better?
right, yeah.
You
And
know?
did you have friendships with expiration dates on them that you didn't want to see? Because I feel like we all have. So
Oh,
that
I
is
definitely.
I have two. I have two. I have two. I think we all have. So, with that, until next time, bye.
Ah.